We've reported a while back, I guess a lot of people reported a while back, that Tango Gameworks was going under. They were going to basically just be dissolved and disappear, and it turns out that's not actually the case anymore. So what happened was Krafton Inc. or Krafton Incorporated. I guess technically it's the same thing, but they have acquired Tango Gameworks. Now I've looked all over the internet, everywhere I look, I can't find a price, so I have no idea how much they paid for this. But they did get Tango Gameworks. However, there are a few caveats. First of all, if you don't know who Krafton Inc. is, that's the PUBG company. That they're the ones that make PUBG. Couldn't find I don't know what other games they make, but they are a gaming company. With the acquisition of Tango Gameworks, they acquired the rights to Hi-Fi Rush. They have said that they are planning to expand the IP, so we are likely to get more Hi-Fi Rush in the future, which is fantastic because a lot of people really love that game. Now, there is a little bit of because when the company was said that it was going to be dissolved and disappear. Obviously, that was, I think, right after or right before the founder left. They lost their founder. I think they lost a couple other high level people as well. Since the company, this is going to be dissolved, at that point, did some people say, all right, well, I'm going to start looking? How many of those people have already found other jobs? How many people remain? So there is a bit of a question of in what state is Tango Gameworks? Are we looking at a retention of 90% of their workforce, 95%, 80%, 70%? I don't know. But whatever is left is there. But what was also a little bit odd is that while they will be retaining Tango Gameworks, the IP of Hi-Fi Rush, some of the other Tango Gameworks games are going to be maintained by Microsoft. So most notably, Ghostwire Tokyo and The Evil Within are going to continue to be Microsoft IPs. Gameworks, yeah, Gameworks, yeah. I was about to say GameSoft. I don't know why, but Tango Gameworks will not have those IPs in the future, which means if they want to make future titles, they're going to have to work with Xbox on those titles. There is a possibility that they could work on those in the future. But yeah, if they wanted to say go multi-platform, they could do it with Hi-Fi Rush. They cannot do it with The Evil Within, or Ghostwire Tokyo. So that is interesting that Microsoft is okay. We're going to give you this company. We're going to give you this one really popular IP, but we're going to retain the other IPs. How many people are moving over with this move? Who knows? Well, the reason they said it is they want to, let's see, they said their quote is this integration reinforces Krafton's dedication to expanding its global footprint and enhancing its portfolio with innovative and high quality content. The addition of Tango Gameworks represents a strategic alignment with Krafton's mission to push the boundaries of interactive entertainment. So that does admittedly sound somewhat similar to what was it, Embracer Group, what they were saying when they started buying up a bunch of things. They're like, oh, yeah, we want to increase our portfolio and blah, 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 blah. And we all saw how that ended. That in itself is a bit concerning. However, Krafton Inc. is the people who make, we do know that they have some gaming experience, so that is a little more reassuring. So, what about you guys? Are you happy with this acquisition? Do you think this is great that Tango Gameworks can continue? Are you disappointed that the only way it can continue is it had to move to a different group? Are you happy with the fact that it was Krafton that picked them up, or would you have preferred somebody else to pick them up? Let us know in the comments. So, yeah, but what about you, Korean? What do you think?
I'm happy that Hi-Fi Rush gets to continue. That is a game that I still want to play. That hopefully I'll get to play on my Steam Deck or LED sometime. That being said, yeah, it makes sense that the other two less IPs were not involved, just because I think if you're the owner of those IPs, you're like, okay, I want to do this, but I want to have more control over it to make it successful. Because Ghostwire Tokyo was average reviews. The other game, I'm not really sure, but I remember Ghostwire Tokyo was something I was looking forward to. I'm always interested in games that have magic. Like Forspoken was some game that I was really excited about until you played it. Then I'm like, I still want to play it, and it's still on my Steam wishlist. I have not removed it, but it'll be, I don't know, maybe I'll never get to play it. We'll see. But yeah, as for the developer, your question was right. I think I'll be a bit worried about Krafton doing that, just because PUBG is PUBG, right? It's a fun game for people. I know people have put in thousands of hours into it and they play it. That being said, like, how do you monetize? I'd be worried about a monetized Hi-Fi Rush or some sort of multiplayer freakish version of Hi-Fi Rush, which would be terrible. It's, yeah. So we'll have to wait and see. I have my fingers crossed that just becomes another single player game or Hi-Fi Rush 2, and it's just marketed really well and promoted really well, so they get to recoup the revenue, and they make some money, maybe not a ton of money, right? But we'll have to see. But I'm in the middle of the road. 50% chance we get a Hyper-Rush 2 that's single player, 50% chance it's going to be some sort of multiplayer monstrosity.